welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more Warhammer 2 Total War as the Thousand Moors. Rakarth, the new FLC Lord, the relatively new, the latest FLC Lord. And despite what the economic situation in terms of income per turn might seem like to you currently, we are actually doing really well. We are actually doing really well. Soon we're going to fully transition to having just Reichland be the slave capital of the world, and we're going to deck it out accordingly. That is going to take a little bit of effort, a little bit of warfare and so on, but it is going to happen nonetheless. We're going to consolidate our position now, and we're going to sign a non-aggression pact with Skarsnik, I guess. Yeah, sure. Sure we will.
We have a visitor, Rakarth.
And that's interesting. Wulfric now wants to fight me. I am now at war with... yeah, I expect these to join in. I'm now at war with a few too many people. Yeah, my plans for backstabbing the orcs are going to have to wait for quite the time. I honestly didn't expect... Wow. I mean, I know I was recruiting and stuff, but, like, still, wow.
All-powerful sorceress. Destruction! Let them know death's touch! Man the walls!
Yeah, that's... interesting. I don't really want that, don't really need that, need to save money now. Can't believe I'm doing that in a Dark Elves playthrough, but it is what it is. Times have changed and all of that. Okay, so this army should keep the Empire at bay and sort of slowly inch away in that general direction. Rakarth is near Norska, in case you couldn't tell. The Black Ark is also... Ooh. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to recruit... 2 more units for the Black Ark. And then I'm going to use this Black Ark to just punish Norska for its insolence. Which leaves the elves as a potential problem for the future, but they're a little bit far away to be a problem. And also this battle is going to be the end of Nordland, which is 1 enemy off the list. Speaking of the list, Ivres, Avalon, Hexalodal, the World Walkers, Kothik, Empire, and Nordland. Yeah, that's not gonna... That's a list that's not gonna go away anytime soon. And the Reichland is, like, just adamant about continuing to fight me. Maybe I can get Ivres to back off. Hexalodal, because we didn't exactly plan for this war. Avalon. No, they declared on me. Kothik. No. Well, Nordland, they're willing to peace out. Okay, yeah, sure. Sure thing, buddy. Do I play this or do I auto-resolve this? I think I auto-resolve this. Well, I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong to an extent. Not really that wrong. Alright, let's go Eternal Hatred, because I still haven't decided what I'm going to go with in the red line. And now... Can we... You know, that's not the worst thing that's ever happened to us. I'd like to get rid of these. And give me, like... three shades, I think. Yeah, because at this point, the shades outrange the dark shards too, and this army is currently going to be stationary for one turn. Or this navy is going to be stationary for one turn anyway. Yeah. That's good, I like that.
Dark Lord.
Okay, that's cool. That's okay. That's acceptable.
Master of Treaties.
Now the question is, what do I do with Resera, and how do I get you more troops? I suppose I could go for the Witch Elves.
Noble blood.
It wouldn't be the best unit, but it wouldn't be a terrible unit either.
Noble of Nagaroth.
Let's go with Witch Elves. Because I have a plan. Let's go with Witch Elves, and that's going to be enough, with a combination of everything, to take on Hochland. And when I take out Hochland, I'm going to increase my economy enough, probably to the point where I can just recruit another army, if we're honest. But I'm also going to be sort of in the area, and either move on to Ostland and keep going that way, which is going to be great, because I'm going to probably link up with the army down south and sort of just push towards that end of the map. But also, having another army in this general area is going to enable me to defend Salismund, for one, push Hochland and gain like money and slaves and everything, two, and then three, it's going to allow me to take Rakarth and the Black Ark, and either take over all of Norska slowly, or like backstab the Orcs and the Elves and do whatever I want with them, because that... I mean... Or alternatively, if I don't have enough time to fiddle around with these, I could fight the Elves that are probably going to come and try and take Albion from me. I'm really fond of Albion for some reason. Never really understood why. And Reichland gets the... where is it? The income from slaves thing as well. At 14%, they're going to start making good money as soon as I build these pens and all that good stuff. Taxes over here. Yeah. Now we can see the armies of Hochland, like, you know, that's pretty weak. Yeah, I like the idea. I'm just very worried about my back, effectively. Because I might be the strongest unit... Oh, the strongest unit. Jeez, I should not be recording this late in the evening. I might be the strongest faction. Yeah, I kind of expected this, if I'm honest with you. Kind of expected that. So now, really? Down 1,000?
Favored of the Witch King.
That's a bit nasty, honestly. And this'll do.
Nagaroth nobility. Great chaos.
This will do. Middenheim's gonna get attacked.
Black heart in dread.
How the hell do you deal with this? Seriously, like, just everyone's... This is turning from, like, a... Ooh, Rakarth is pretty fun, we're winning all the battles kind of game, to a This Is Total War challenge playthrough, and... I'll be honest with you, I'm not all that fond of those. At least the elves are staying put.
Sail, damn you! Rookie sorceress!
Warrior of Sigma, I serve Sigma.
Fell sorcery! Guided by a thought.
And then there's nothing here. Okay, can we try and get some peace treaties now? Because...
Can I offer a speak quick, Druki, if you wish to?
The Empire.
Okay, Hochland, no. Reichland, no.
Your bear. What lie?
I mean, I did this last turn, but these things tend to change rather quickly.
A negotiation. How about this? I let you talk, then we do.
I mean... I don't know what to tell you, honestly. I also expected this transfer of slaves from... Did I never cancel slavery in Marienburg? Or Nordland, for that matter. Ooh, that was a mistake. That was a pretty big mistake.
Blackheart. I will continue in time.
Okay, you know what? This is okay. I know what it looks like, but this is actually okay. Especially if we can block this army.
Praise Cain!
Pretty good. Pretty good. Now... Oh, science skill point. Ah, yes. I don't know, I guess, like... Spread public order, I suppose? And let's see what else would be useful. So we're going to lose a lot of money this turn. And I expected this transition to be pretty painful, but... I'm also kinda suffering, if we're honest.
Bow, well, for you are in the presence of great.
Let me guess, declare war. No, break non-aggression pact. Lovely. So we're going to declare war on me in 10 turns. I suppose it could be worse. They could declare a war on me now. Let's offer this army up as bait. Maybe they attack it instead of taking over the settlement. That would be ideal. I'm going to use the Black Ark to start raiding, though, because I can beat these armies pretty easily. Yeah, well, that's nothing. I can take over Ice Drake Ford, and it's a tier 3 settlement. It'll fetch a fair amount of slaves and...
Dreadlord! Awaiting command! Who seeks me?
and other things. Money, yeah.
Scream for me!
Oh, another settlement. I'll siege it off camera, honestly. It's an easy battle, and there's no reason to waste your time with it. That, and I don't want this Let's Play to go on for like 50 episodes if I play every battle manually. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Total War Warhammer 2, the broken economy Dark Elves that are actually just broke at this point. Oh, I understand the irony behind all this, trust me, I fully understand the irony behind me claiming that by turn 50-60 we're going to have more money than we can use, and it is currently turn 45 and we have no money. But it's been a challenging run. Everyone has declared war on us, and we need to sort of fight off everyone on all sides, and yet keep expanding, and it's not easy, but so long as the High Elves don't get involved immediately, I think we're gonna be alright. Now this is interesting. I think I'm gonna pull back here. Or not. Or not. Okay, let's fight it. So, the Norskans fancy picking a fight with us then, eh? Okay. It's gonna be fairly simple. We're going to proceed to the nearest corner. Park our Druki arses firmly in said corner. And, well, you know, from there, we'll see what happens. Also see just how good this army of mine is. I don't harbour any illusions about it being the best thing ever. But I also think that they're going to do a pretty alright job. I mean, we've seen similar armies with worse melee infantry hold out against pretty vastly superior enemy numbers, if we're honest. So I think this army should be able to do just fine against this Norscan stack, especially because they don't have any mammoths, and even if they did, I'm still pretty optimistic about our odds. These things need a buff. These things, like, need a serious buff. I mean, look at that. That was, like, the perfect shot, and what did we get out of it? Like, you know, more or less nothing. Okay. Okay, chance to redeem yourself, Black Ark. I mean, the 3 of these do less damage than 1 Wind of Death, but... Okay, to be fair, Wind of Death is broken, but nonetheless, like... It's not ideal. I'm getting a little bit disillusioned with the Black Ark and with the Druki in general, and... of course, needless to say, we cannot lose this battle. If we lose this battle, we're just done. I mean, I don't have anywhere else to recruit from. I didn't build any recruitment buildings for the purposes of, or rather, not for the purposes of, but for the reason that I was going to use the Black Ark for everything, and if we lose the Black Ark now, and yeah, we can recruit a new one, but no. It's like, officially we can recruit a new one, but not really. You put Wulfric on a horse, really? You put Wulfric, of all things, on a horse. Oh god, that's it. If we lose this, we deserve to lose the entire campaign. Like, come on. Wulfric on a horse! Now, you've heard of Elf on a Shelf, what's next? I know it's supposed to rhyme, but come on, like, seriously? Let's get real here, people. Okay, we switched to multi-round shot, indeed we did. And loose! And you're going to start hitting the correct targets already. I mean, look at this. Like, 2 volleys from these things did probably around the same damage as just straight up hitting all of these with 3 of the Black Ark magics. So, yeah, I mean, I guess there is a trade-off in the fact that this artillery has limited range and this you can cast anywhere on the map, but like, is that really that big of a difference? I mean, sure, it's a bit of a trade-off, don't get me wrong, but look at the range on these things, like, and the ammunition they have, and the, you know, I feel like this game has plenty of destructive magics that are just game-changing. It's just that you need to find the right ones, almost. in the sense that you just need to pick the right ones and avoid the wrong ones. You know what I mean? Like, did I turn off skirmish mode? Yeah, let's just enable guard mode to make sure they stay in place. Yeah, you're hybrid weaponry, so you can actually fight one of those guys on your own. And we've done... honestly, we've done a lot of damage to the Norskins already. That's gonna hurt, but that's okay. I mean, the melee troops are literally here just to take damage. Oops, sorry. Misclicked. Really? Fucking hell, I mean... Did you seriously just break at like 70% of your health and you're like, oh, no, we're done. And like, these guys are breaking too. Okay, give me an explanation for this. Like, give me some numbers for this. No, now they're okay, never mind. Frightened by enemy unit losing currently. Oh, which is gonna... oh, it's one of those battles. Okay. I have a theory, and I have no proof of my theory, but I do have a theory that this game decides which battles you can win and which battles you can lose, and then just acts accordingly. And what by that I mean, there were battles where a unit like this would hold till like 10 men are left, and now it's going to rout it like 80 men remaining, because for some reason the game just decided, you know what, you're going to lose this fight. And there's nothing you can do to change that. So let's, tell you what, let's... excuse me, give me a second. Someone's yelling outside my door. And sorted, okay. I mean, to be fair, a lot of the Norskins are breaking as well. And that's sort of giving me hope. But this is... I suppose they are coming back, but this is just absurd, honestly. I mean, this is worse than absurd. This is just ridiculous at this point. I mean, they're routing, and I still haven't beaten this bunch of sorry crap either. Yeah, a lot of, like, some of the units have just like straight up left the battlefield. Okay, you're dead. Let's do our due diligence here. If the game decided that we're going to lose, let's not, like, allow it the satisfaction of me actually losing. Okay, so the Norscan Warhounds are breaking. I'd like to break the Skin Wolves next. You have your targets over there. How's my hero doing? Well, he's holding the line, that's all I can ask for him. Or of him, sorry. The chariots are dead. Okay, so with the chariots dead, we can now move these 3 dark shards like so. I think the most amazing thing to me right now is the fact that if we win the battle like this right now, it's just a... Never mind. It was a phenomenal victory up until this point, until that hit, but, you know, now we're sort of... can you, like, back off a bit? I think that's gonna help. I don't remember, and I could be wrong here. I mean, we can go look back. We can go and take a look at the footage again. But I don't remember telling you to ever engage in melee combat with a wolf chariot. I'm pretty sure I told you to do something else. And that's try and fight Wulfric, one of the best duelists in this game. Granted, it's never going to be an easy task, but you were supposed to just hold him there until I do the rest of the work, you know, like... I feel like my planning's perfectly fine. It's everything else that's letting me down, such as units breaking and then just fleeing for no reason whatsoever. I mean, that will sort of throw a wrench in the plans, as it were. And you keep engaging the same thing, and I at this point, I truly am just genuinely puzzled by the fact that you keep fighting something I didn't know existed up until this point. And I no longer have melee units for this battle, which, well, you know, is not all bad news. And there's army losses, okay. I mean, we win, but it's the fact that I don't understand how a unit can break at 80% health while... Okay, maybe objectively it thinks it's losing because it's being engaged by multiple units, but, like, I don't care. Get good. Jokes aside, the buffs that the AI gets to leadership is insane. I mean, their troops will fight to the last until army losses, and they might run away and then come back. Meanwhile, my guys are like, these guys are still running, by the way, look at this. And they're not coming back, and that's just... shameful is what this is. It's shameful and it's un-American, and I don't like it. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, it really, really doesn't matter. I've basically just wiped the floor with all of them, and I get the replenishment back, and, like, that's it for the Norskans for a time, at least, but... I genuinely don't understand this campaign anymore. Because now the Wood Elves are going to fight me, and there's nothing more I hate than fighting Wood Elves. Just get that out of the way. Wood Elves are the worst faction that you can possibly have me fight. I don't like Norskans, I don't like fighting... Well, I don't know, honestly. There's like a couple of others that I don't like fighting.
We will destroy all.
My beasts shall prevail.
Nothing too bad that I can think off the top of my head.
Feast. My menagerie shall be well. Bow for Rakarth.
Okay, what do we have here? Doomfire Warlocks. Interesting.
Dragon.
And now, is there anything realistically stopping me from just finishing off Wulfric? Not really.
I require slaves, black-hearted dreadlord.
Why has my income gone down to minus 700?
Supreme sorceress of bronze. Supreme sorceress of bronze.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that I've recruited something that I didn't know I was gonna recruit.
Cower before my might. Slavery.
But...
Dark power. Moving on.
I don't remember what. Is it here?
Dreadlords.
I don't think I recruited anything here. Did I? Well, at this point, like, who knows, but... Huh. Yeah, alright, never mind. So I'm thinking, like, what I could have done better to make this more, manageable, I suppose, is one way of calling it. Like, how I could have made this more manageable. Well... For one, I don't think coming down to fight Middenland and the Empire is great, because you attract too much attention from up here, from here, from here, from here, from the Wood Elves, from probably the Empire up here, then Norska attacks you, and so on and so forth. Like, I don't think that's a great idea. I think what would have been slightly better is... Oh, we're at 42% slaves now. And we were at 50-something. Yeah, but mind you, Altdorf is at... Yeah, but Altdorf doesn't have the slave pens, does it? Not just yet, at least. Yeah, I suppose that's the reason. This entire economic transition was never going to be simple. Alright, I feel like I don't need you around here anymore, because Rakarth is going to make his way down here and fight this, and he's way better equipped to deal with this army and kill it. So what I'm thinking instead is, why don't you... take Württemberg and Flensburg? No, I'm going to have this army do that. Fight Norska? That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I don't mind fighting Norska. Tell you what. You're going to need to head to some friendly waters. It wasn't that glorious, mate. Sorry to sort of be the one to burst your bubble, but it wasn't really that glorious. Darkshard Black Uncle says reload time, reload. You know. Ammunition wasn't really a problem back then, everything else was. Yeah, okay. I'd like you to go down there and then into Middenstag. I'm going to have you defend Weismund. For now, that is, and then... I don't know, like... Altdorf isn't immediately threatened. But it kind of is, though, because like, look at these dwarves, they're going to attack me. Bretonia's going to attack me definitely soon, so like maybe go to Marienburg and take on Bretonia immediately. Might not be the worst idea in the world. Is Karant Khan now willing to confederate with me? No. Cult of Pleasure, maybe? No. Alright, next turn. Yeah, should have definitely went north at first. Secure Norska, secure like the whole northern region, because there's only a very limited amount of areas your enemies can attack you from. So I think that's definitely a much better approach to the whole problem, and just ignore the south. Matter of fact, don't just ignore the south. Don't ever make contact with the south. And like just screw it. Also, the main problem right now is what the AI is thinking is, ooh, look, there's a bunch of people fighting him. Let's declare war immediately and try and, you know, get rid of him. Lying to you too. These dark deeds of just moving a little bit out of the way. Yeah, sure. Dark deeds indeed. Ooh. Alright, K-Knight Assassin. good. Is there a point in me doing this without actually... Yeah, not really. There isn't, right? There really isn't. I'd like to reconsider my actions. And the reason for that is, like, they're not actually boosting the slave income. Which is somewhere I screwed up along the way as well. Which, yeah, you know... None of this really matters, if we're completely honest. With each other here. I mean, this is all just fine. I don't want to go further that way, and I'm hoping that the vampires are alright with me. The vampires hate me, mostly because of just regular aversion. Oh well, too bad. Can't be loved by all. That's all I have to say about that. So, Sodom. Let's go fight somewhere else. Like, I'm done with the Empire. You from Weissmund, you're going to go to Nuln, and we're going to do some drastic military budget cuts, alright? Well, not military budget cuts, but we're going to do some drastic stuff. You from there, you're going to just hold Reichland, because it's the heart of the Empire currently. You know, both the former Empire and our Empire, our slave Empire currently. You're just going to hold it, we're going to fill it with slaves, and it's going to be wonderful. Trust me, it's going to be awesome. Have a slave market, it's going to have slave pens everywhere, and soon-ish, we're going to build, yeah, this, which is a Temple of Cain, and then when we build a Temple of Cain, we're going to get level 4 assassins immediately, and it's going to be all sorts of wonderful, alright? All sorts of wonderful. Next, considering this northern area is secure, we're going to now turn our attention to the bloody Norskans. Immediately after we wipe the Empire in this part off the face of the earth, we're going to turn our full attention, full undivided attention, to the Norskans, because sod the Norskans and everything they stand for, obviously. Rakarth is going to continue pushing that way. You are just going to sit in Nuln and defend against all manner of elf, vampire, Darwi, or whatever decides to poke its nose across these mountains. The forts are at level 3, which is a respectable stack. Because of the Blackguard of Nagarond and the Black Ark Corsairs and the Dark Shards, I hazard to say I can take on most full stacks. They don't have the top tier units. At level 4 and at level 5, these will be invincible. Like, actually invincible. Soon-ish, our economy is going to recover as well. Mind you, it's going to probably dip next turn a little bit at the same time, but let's not think about that too much. Supported by the Black Ark, this army is going to march north, bring war to the coasts of Norska, take over the whole thing, and then we're going to consolidate. Because then we're going to have Albion, which is the only sort of tiny kind of vulnerable part. This is going to be untouchable because these are friendly. This down here is dead, gone, or going to get attacked. And we're going to have an army sort of running around here anyway. So that's the plan. Of course, the plan also sort of assumes that the High Elves aren't going to do much against me, but I'm assuming that sort of with good reason, in that I think the High Elves are a little bit busy currently fighting other Druki elsewhere. That's the assumption I'm going with. And Talabheim is getting attacked. Now, if the vampires decide to pick a fight with me, again, I have that army down there to defend against them. It does mean that I'm going to be using one army to do literally nothing. So one of my armies is going to be stationary and it's not going to do anything, but that's the only way I can preserve my sanity at a time like this, so yeah.
Show neither mercy or restraint.
Acceptable, I think. Loot and occupy because we need the money. Money be damned, we need the slaves. Okay, good. Good. Excellent, even. Excellent, okay. I'm gonna need to start investing in something. Okay, and then from there on to Hair Gig and the Brass Keep and so on. I mean, this Doomstack is unstoppable, basically, so that's very nice. Extra taxes, please. And there you go, see, like 1,000, and we've made the all-important leap. Sorry, we've made the all-important leap from one kind of, from a one-province-centered economy, from a one terrible province-centered economy to a actual wealthy province-centered economy with 8,000 slaves, and now we're sort of getting somewhere, as they say, right? I will build some fighting pits here to keep public order. This is probably going to need some... not really. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Quest battle, by the way... no. Sorry. Maybe later. But no. I don't think the Whip of Agony is even that important, from what I know, which is not a lot, admittedly, but I really don't think it's that important. Okay, so here's the thing. It's not bad to have the Black Ark around for, like, bombardment and... honestly, even that bombardment isn't that bombastic. Hey, even that bombardment isn't that important, I think. We can actually run the Black Ark over to Albion. Is that a High Elf Navy that just appeared there over the course of a turn? Probably. Yes, but it's only 9 units. Okay. No, just wait, I'll get the smaller bounty, because I can beat the other stag. It's not even a full stack that you fight there. I can beat that, but there's a bit of a problem in actually fighting them in the first place, in that I will not be able to... Oh, this is going to be awesome. In that we're not going to be able to fight the other armies that are around currently. I misclicked. Oh, it's alright, it's alright. Just give me a second. Okay, here we go. No misclick now.
I will not be defeated.
There we go.
My
And loot and occupy.
the Beast Lord ascend.
Now, this would have been a bad idea otherwise, but I actually need to demolish these two. So now it's actually like we're breaking right around even with that, with those demolition works and whatnot. Do we need torture posts here? Not really, right? Not really, okay. Let's go with Watchtowers again, because it did so well last time, eh? Okay, shush. Eh? Shh. Don't worry about it. It's not something that we need to think about right now. Reichland. Reichland is a bit complicated now, because I need the level 4 thing, but I also don't, like... this is going to increase the recruitment rank for Death Hags and stuff to +4. I don't think it's faction-wide, I think it's where you build it, but I can build it in Marienburg. And, Reichland needs black roads more than anything else. to do the whole slave exploit kind of thing. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to focus on. Next we are going to do the same thing here. Pick this up. Wait.
Sail, damn you!
Go over here, fight the
Can't rewrite reality.
elves. Or, you know what?
Your plans are
I'm going to need to... Yeah, I'm going to need to do that in order to make sure they don't run away.
What do you seek?
And then I'm genuinely pretty happy with where we're at. I'm just hoping that the vampires don't declare war on me next, because that's going to be a bit of a problem.
Lariel, the
ready. You are not welcome.
Thing is, the Empire's probably going to get destroyed soon. No, that's not going to do anything. I was like, maybe I'm going to get rid of like 2 to 3 wars in the next few turns, but that's not going to improve my situation at all. So, yeah. With 10,000 slaves, though, we're now starting to look at a sort of
Show reverence, for you address me.
acceptable economy. Yes! Okay. I don't intend to hold any of those territories, by the way. Just so you know, I have no intention of holding any of the territories that I've just confederated. None.
Slaves, we fight. We will make them bleed.
Damn. How did you make it here? I should have paid attention. I should have paid attention to that.
Death and carnage await.
Okay, here we go. The balance of power says... Well, we'll see what it says. We're ahead like by leagues until the reinforcements get here. When the reinforcements get here, I hope we're going to be more towards equal rather than them winning. So far, I have a slight advantage. They now have a slight advantage, I think. So this is like a couple of points. Do they have any more reinforcements? No. Okay, and notice I'm not actually cheesing the AI this time. God, what I wouldn't give for a Slaven nuke. Slaven? I'm sorry, repeating the word slave about 100 times in this playthrough is sort of messing with my head now. Head, put it ahead next time. Actually, never mind, that was good. How many did I kill? 41. You have any idea how many people, or how many of these a Wind of Death would have killed right there? I'll tell you, like, half. I put it to you, half of these, either unit, entity-wise, or HP-wise, would have just been gone from this battle with a Wind of Death right there. Or like a Vortex spell of any description, but those are kind of expensive, so, you know, you expect those to do good, and they're a bit random. Which, I think... I like to imagine that there are people that aren't, like, super well-versed in this game that watch these videos. And the reason I say that is because if I said that to, like... Or if someone said that to me and I didn't play this game, I would be like, wait, that seems a bit wrong. So the spell that's more expensive is more random and kind of worse at dealing with what you just dealt with than the cheaper one. That's... Surely you are mistaken, yes? No, that's actually correct. That was exactly what the situation is. That was pretty good too. 70, actually fewer kills now than last time. That is kind of ridiculous, let's be honest. Okay, I want you to try and shoot at those, if you can, like over this weird chasm type thing. Oh, don't run. Stand your ground. And the Illyrian Reavers are a very soft target. Yeah, that's an extremely soft target, like you're not gonna achieve anything like that. So, the bulk of the enemy forces has actually been dealt with, believe it or not. We just need to reroute our troops a little bit like so. Is this actually the bigger army? Well, the enemy reinforcements have been dealt with. I'll call it at that. I don't know which army of the two is bigger at this point. It's not saying that I did such an amazing job at whittling down this one with Black Arc magic and stuff. It's just that at this point I'm genuinely not sure. I'll save this one and this one for a proper fight. Now, I'd like to close to melee as soon as possible. They're fleeing at 50, like this is happening again. I legitimately and genuinely think I've never been closer to Alt F4ing from a winning battle than now, because this is just absurd. I mean, this is absurd in every way, shape and form and every meaning of the word. 10 volleys onto Shadow Warriors and Lothern Seaguard is not enough, but 1 volley onto Shielded Dark Shards, which I've recruited with the express purpose of taking some shots, is enough to rout them. And then, like, look at this. Swordsman units fleeing at, like, 60-70% of their health, 50% of their health, and then, need I remind you, they went into the battle at around 50% health, so, like, they've taken no damage, and yet they flee. I mean, I've seen Skaven slaves hold out for longer, and I'm not even joking. Oh, what the hell are we doing, people? Seriously. I mean, what are we doing? Now, at this point, it's pretty impossible to say who's winning, which usually means the AI. If you can't tell, then that tends to be the case, but, like, okay, we've broken through here, that's something. I don't need to win this, like, I need to win this, I don't need to win this too badly, like, just any kind of victory will do. I don't care about the casualties, so. You know what the beautiful thing is behind all of this? Most of these guys would lose to Lothern Seaguard in melee. I'm gonna get army losses soon, honestly. And I'm ever so slightly surprised that they're not getting army losses. Ooh, I think we're close. We're getting there, we're breaking them. Turn around, for Christ's sake, you're embarrassing me. Okay, yeah, shoot at the guys with the most health. Oh no, not the hero. Mind you, it's an Archmage, so... I think we got him. No? Not quite. We're near, though. We're close. Okay, those are fleeing. Don't fight stuff that's fleeing. I don't see how we haven't routed all of them. All of their units are routing except for the heroes. Which I'm very well aware are like 90% of their damage dealers, but Well, after the melee damage dealers, don't get me wrong. Like, Loth and Seaguard, definitely. Way more brutal than whatever I'm fighting now, but like... Look at this. Get out of the way. Okay, get out of the way. I'd like you to survive if possible. Yeah, just run them down, because they will come back and I need to be there to stop that. Okay, let's fire at her now. At this point I don't think there's much reason to engage in melee with heroes. Yep, there we go. Okay. Okay. I would like to deal some damage to Sarah if possible. Sarah? I don't know. Okay, how about this? Everyone target her. She dodging? That's unfair. That's... No, you can't dodge. That's what I do. Well, I'm a little bit better at dodging than you. We'll have to admit. Okay. Well, that puts the Black Ark out of commission for a few turns, but it also puts the High Elf invasion at the bottom of the sea currently, so I'll take that trade any time of day. I mean, it's not that many slaves, but 18% unit replenishment is like a full turn on max replenishment, I think, or roughly thereabouts. I mean, that is some seriously good stuff. Public order might become a little bit of a problem, but we don't care about that right now. God, the money. Oh God, the money. What the hell is this? Heralds of Ariel. Some truly fascinating crap, if you ask me. Ancient city of Quintex is going to receive its fair share of slaves later down the line, not for now. Sildrator. I'm not going to be able to keep this, am I? Probably not. Lords and Heroes, let's see. Marathi wounded. Admiral something rather, that's her admiral, also wounded. You have an agent down here. Please tell me you built her the correct way. Yes! Okay. You just sent her to the wrong place, but you've built her the correct way. Okay. And then we have you. Yeah, piss off. And that's all you have. Ugh. Nasty. Okay, I suppose I can try and hold the Titan Peaks, given the amount of money I'm currently making. Yeah, I suppose I can try and do that. And then get Marathi in there. What is your ability, by the way? Cost For sacrifice of Hecate, minus 50%. Alright, not bad. Get the public order thing. And then a lot of people take this weapon off her because of the Chaos Corruption. But usually the Chaos Corruption doesn't exactly function exclusively against you. Sometimes it's I don't really want to say a good thing, but it's not necessarily bad. Okay, let's just get some shades and then we'll set up some kind of army to defend this. We're also going to need to reconsolidate the province. They've landed here and they're probably going to try and push further, but I think I can hold that with just like an army dedicated to holding that. Now here's the thing. Surtha Ek. I can't reach you, can I? No, I cannot. Yeah, alright. Sacrifice of Hecate. I can't do that, right? Yeah. That's not very useful then, is it? But we are going to start taking out the Norskans now, and that's something to look forward to. Okay, it's been a bit of a rough start to the episode, and it's certainly been a little bit derailed, this campaign, you know. But at the same time, I think we're reaching the point where, like, we're almost done with it, because 10,000 slaves is usually when the economy just explodes, and I haven't even built... Well, actually, I have. I haven't built the Black Roads here, or gotten this to tier 4, or put the Canine Assassins, so after we do that, we're going to start to recruit a lot more armies, and we're going to start to sort of push back on all fronts. But, yeah. I think I'm going to call it here. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video, and we'll stay tuned with the rest of the content I produce on the channel. Next time, I think we're going to finish up this campaign, because... I mean, I promise you we'll get it to a point where I don't really have a challenge anymore, and we're sort of getting there despite everything. Mostly because we are the... second strongest faction. Greenskins, probably, or the Dwarves, depending on who won in this area. But that's only by a technicality. No, we are the... I mean, a turn ago we were the strongest, and we haven't exactly lost battles. Though we did lose quite a few troops here, so yeah, it's sort of taking that into account, I guess. Anyways, thank you very much for watching all. I'll see you all next time. Have fun, take care, and bye-bye.